Once upon a time, in a small village called Choba, there lived a young girl named Amy. Amy loved to play outside with her friends, run around, and eat delicious treats like bread, pasta, and fruits. But have you ever wondered what happens to those carbohydrates after she eats them? Let's follow Amy's journey to find out. Gastrointestinal system, the first stop. As soon as Amy takes a bite of her favorite sandwich, the carbohydrates from the bread and fruit are broken down into smaller units called simple sugars like glucose, fructose, and galactose. These sugars are absorbed into the bloodstream through the walls of her small intestine. Bloodstream, the transportation. The bloodstream carries these sugars to the liver, which acts as a kind of traffic cop for the body. The liver regulates the amount of glucose in the bloodstream by either storing it for later use or releasing it into the bloodstream as needed. Muscles and organs the destination. Glucose is then transported to various parts of the body, such as muscles, brain, and other organs. In these tissues, glucose is converted into energy through a process called cellular respiration. This energy is used to fuel daily activities like running, thinking, and even dancing. Cellular respiration, the energy factory. Inside the cells, glucose is converted into pyruvate through a series of enzyme-catalyzed reactions in a process called glycolysis. Pyruvate is then used to generate energy in the form of ATP, or adenosine triphosphate. This energy is stored in the cell's energy currency system. Glycolysis, the first step. The first step in cellular respiration is glycolysis, which breaks down glucose into pyruvate. This process takes place in the cytoplasm of the cell and requires several enzymes to facilitate the reaction. Citric acid cycle, also known as the Krebs cycle, and oxidative phosphorylation, the energy generation. The pyruvate produced in glycolysis is then transported into the mitochondria, where it is converted into acetyl-CoA. Acetyl-CoA enters the citric acid cycle, which produces more ATP, NADH, and FAD2. Electron transport chain, the final step. The electrons from NADH and FADH2 are passed through a series of protein complexes in the mitochondrial inner membrane, generating a proton gradient. This gradient drives the production of ATP through oxidative phosphorylation. ATP synthesis, the energy currency. As protons flow back across the membrane, they drive the production of ATP through chemiosmosis. This energy is then used to power muscle contractions, nerve impulses, and other cellular activities. Amy's story continues. After a long day of playing outside with her friends, Amy comes back home feeling tired but content. Her body has converted most of the carbohydrates from her sandwich into energy, which was used to power her physical activities. Any excess glucose not used for energy is stored as glycogen in her liver and muscles for later use. In conclusion, Amy's journey demonstrates how carbohydrates are broken down into simple sugars, absorbed into the bloodstream, transported to cells, and converted into energy through cellular respiration. This complex process ensures that our bodies have the energy they need to function properly. Now that you've learned about carbohydrate metabolism, you might appreciate your own body's incredible ability to convert food into energy. Please subscribe to this channel for more stories.